Okay, welcome to the third video about roots from this part 3 video series. We did this quite a couple times in class, simplifying roots, and then we're using this rule. The square root of AB is the square root of A times the square root of B. And if we have a question like this, there are several ways to think of a nice way to simplify this. We can maybe use the answers and we see, we might use the square root of 3 with simplifying because there's a couple of times 3 in the answers. We can check like square root of 75. So we're gonna factorize 75 and we see, 75 is 25 times 3. 25 is a perfect number because we want the square root of A to be a perfect number, which is, for example, the square root of 4, which is 2, square root of 9, which is 3, or the square root of 16, which is 4, square root of 25, etc., which is 5. And in this case, we can rewrite 75 as the square root of, let's choose another color. We can rewrite this as the square root of 25 times the square root of 3, which is 75, of course. And now we also have a clue which one we have to use for this one. It's probably also 3. And then we will see, 3 times 81. So 3 times something will be 243. Hey, that needs to be 81. Or you can maybe even factorize it, 243. 2 plus 4 plus 3, that's 9. We can divide by 3, so it's 81 times 3. Hey, 81 is 9 times 9. Perfect even number. And what can we do? So it's square root of 18 times the square root of 3. And now we have to simplify. So square root of 18 is 9, the square root of 3, plus 25 times 3, so that is 5. Square root of 3 gives us 14, the square root of 3. Answer B. Okay, let's do another one. Let's delete this answer. Second question. More difficult, 600 plus question. But if you know the trick, definitely doable. So we get the question, which of the following is the correct order of 2 square root 13, 4 square root 3, 5 square root 2, 3 square root 6? If you have a question like this, you want to compare them. And to compare them, we want to make them a little bit equal, so we can more easily compare them. Like so whole numbers, or in this case, we can make roots of it. So how is that doable? How can we do that? We can rewrite 2 square root of 13 as 4 times square root of 13, which is, we can, if we have square root of A times square root of B, we can add them. So we get the square root of, we can multiply them, and then we get the square root of 52. You guys cannot see it. Let's move it a little bit to the left. Now it's more easy for you to see. Second one, we get the square root of 4 to 4 square root of 3, and that is equal to the square root of 16 times the square root of 3, which is the square root of 48. Third one, 5 square root of 2, which is equal to the square root of 25 times the square root of 2, which is equal to 50. Hey, last one, 3 square root 6, that is equal to square root of 9 times square root of 6, which is the square root of 45. Okay, so now we can easily compare them. Which one is the lowest? The square root of 48. So 4 square root 3, which is, here, C. We already know C now, but okay, let's check it. First GMAT question, maybe we made a small mistake. What's the second one? Square root of 50, so 5 square root 2. That one is matching. After that, we get 2 square root of 13, this one, and the highest is this one, square root of 45. So that's 3 square root 6. Yes. So perfect. Answer C. And we are done. So that's a nice trick to simplify these kind of questions.